But I do have some pretty strange customers. Though no matter how much I work, I only get 10 dirhams per year. The house currency is quite expensive. Most houses cost 30 dirhams, so I'm in debt. I also need to feed my wife and my kids. I have 4 wives. Yeah, 4 wives. They always talk and fight, and then after all that, they ask me to feed the kids. As I said, I work all day. I don't get paid enough. But sometimes it can be nice having all the company. I usually serve my family dried fruits and bread, and the cleanest water I can find. It's really hard to feed people. I even almost starved everyone in my family, including me once. Because the rates rise up so high and quickly for food. Okay, so I can't stand how high these prices are for the disgusting food also. For 20 dirhams. I also know I'm sounding greedy, but my 3 children almost choked and threw up. Though I am grateful for the food on my plate. Now, I can't even get started with the house prices. It's crazy. They really think I'm gonna pay the price. Well, I am sadly, because I have no choice. I can't help all this going around and all the problems. I know I'm not special, but I can make myself feel better, like I have 4 wives and kids. They always try their best to cheer me up, and my one dream in life is to get a horse, though my wives would never let me. So now I've found what I really want in life, is a quiet place to rest. Just imagine having a horrible day of work, then coming home to a yelling household. I just really wish I had a nice place to rest by myself, though my wives would say it's too much money. So my wish will never come true. Maybe. So I will save up for it.
I hate my life. I wish I could go to my original life with my 5 cats and my wife and my kids, but I had to leave it all behind. I really miss my family, and I couldn't even go to my daughter's wedding. Just because I'm a monk does not mean I had to leave everything behind. For God, I want to be free of being a monk, but only if I had a plan. I need to make a plan on how to talk to God and convince Him to let me go to my original life. Now, if He does not believe me, there could be lots of consequences. Do I really want to risk it all? One of the consequences could be that He can send me somewhere far away from my family, and I don't want that to happen, or He can even do something even worse, like bad luck for the rest of my life. I know what, I'll summon God with salt and holy water and rice and some candles. Also, I need to go to my temple to do all of that. I need to convince Him that I'm His best friend and I'll never leave Him. But if that does not work, I'll just say that I'm His great-great-great-great-great-great-grandfather from another dimension. Or I just need to make something up. But it needs to be something that He can believe.
Here in my castle, I'm working hard. As a falconer, I train my birds to hunt animals and feed the people. And I'm also thinking about the goal I need to achieve. I need to help my birds because there is a lot of trash around the city. And when my trained birds go have some fresh air or go out to hunt, they come back with some trash in them. So I told the king that I could come up with some ideas for it. He said I only had 24 hours to think of what I could do and tell him. At first, I did not know what to do, but then I came up with an idea to ask the king if he could tell the people to pick up trash all around the city and even pay the robbers so they may stop robbery. And then the plague would get less contagious. 1 week later, he gave an announcement to the people that they will now earn pieces of gold if they clean up the city. I was so surprised, and the plague was less contagious, and robbers did not rob as much as it did before. The city got better with all the changes, and I even trained my bricks to help.
Here in my shop, I make all kinds of metal items. I make money, live in a nice house, and I'm free. But I wish I could travel around Europe and sell all my wares. But I couldn't because everybody needs me to make all their weapons and armors, especially because of the war that is happening right now. I couldn't even leave for a day without everybody needing me. Oh, maybe I could get an apprentice so that he could work in the shop. Then I could travel around Europe and sell all my wares.
Here I am another day watching the serfs work on the field, but I don't want to get out of bed because my best friend Bart died. He died in the war with me because he sacrificed himself to protect me. I wish that he was still here. I want my friend back. The only way I can talk to my friend is through sorcery, but there's no sorcerers in the village. However, there's an old legend about a sorcerer that lives on top of the mountain, and other things as well. But a serf went up the mountain and never came back. So I also need a secret room so no one can find my sorcery supplies. But how do I go up the mountain without anyone seeing me? Maybe I'll go at night. I know, I'll go tomorrow night. I'll go up the mountain, ask the sorcerer to bring my best friend back to life. Then me and Bart will talk like we used to, and life will be better again. I can't wait until tomorrow.
Here on the Lord's land, I work for the Lord, and I have to pay fee and taxes in exchange for a place to live. I work for the land to grow crops for myself and the Lord. I don't want to live anywhere nice, just in a stinky cottage with mud grounds. And I work all day and all night. I wish I was a knight. I want to be a knight because I want to do something helpful and save people. The king will never ever make me a knight because I'm a serf. I wish that he would at least talk to me. I'm the poorest out of all the classes. And the only fun things I get to do is singing and group dancing to music from pipes, flutes, and drums. I want to do more than that, like ride a horse. Maybe if I do something helpful to him, then he can see how brave and loyal I am. Then he might not make me a knight, but maybe something higher than a serf. Maybe I can hire someone to hurt the Lord, and then I can save him, and then he can see how brave and loyal I am. So then after I save him, I can pay the person. Also, I might get a new house to live in.
I'm working in my tailor shop, watching people drop onto the ground, dying each day while I can't do anything. This stupid plague is killing me little by little. I really don't want to be next, or neither my family. I just want to live a normal life. I just work to feed me and my family. But little by little, my shop dies because there is nobody buying my clothes because the people are dying each day. I really need to think of something because if not, my whole family and friends, all of my loved ones are going to die. What can I do? I'm just a tailor. Oh man, what can I do? I'm not a doctor. I'm just a tailor that makes clothes. What can a stupid tailor do? A person who makes clothes? What can he do to solve the plague? What a joke. There it goes. Another person dies. I've thought more than 254 plans already, but none of them are actually a solution to the plague. I'm going broke. Even more funny than that is that I have no more money to make my shop work. I quit. It's definitely not like I will solve it out of nowhere. My family, I'm gonna move. What if I should move out with my family? What? Am I stupid? Well, of course there is going to be no food nor money. Wait, who is that guy wearing a mask on his face? I figured it out. Yes. Why don't I just make a mask that won't let germs in your nose? I call it the bubonic mask. After this invention, my shop will be successful and I won't need to worry of getting money anymore.
Here in the Apostolic Palace, I have to meet more people again! And it's Sunday! Like, come on! Even serfs have off right now! Like, what do you think is going to happen? Am I going to trip on these 12-foot-long robes and die? And it's so annoying. I just wish I had more freedom. The only reason I can't even go and try to explain to the Swiss guard is because he lives 5 miles away from my house. And whenever he comes, he says, I'm busy, but I'll talk a bit. Even though I only asked to go home for Christmas and see my family. Even if I did convince him, I wouldn't have a moment of peace and quiet. Like, the only thing that I could do is be the worst pope ever. Yes, that's it. I, Pope Alexander, XII, will make Europe the worst place ever. I would make everybody run 10 miles before 3 a.m. every day. Before Europe would be so bad that I would be overthrown by my own people and be with my family and be happy.
As I was in my office making sure there were enough people in the military service, I couldn't help but think why I don't have a lot of people who actually like me. I really like my job. I don't have anything to complain about. I mean, I basically have everything I want. I have mansions, servants, and more. But one thing I wish I had were friends. But that would never happen. I mean, ever. Because I'm Count William, and they might hold a grudge against me. I'm pretty nice, I'm pretty cool, and I'm pretty helpful, I would say for myself, just please. But anyway, I was determined to make this real. So, I mean, I wasn't even that bad. All the princes wouldn't invite me to their celebrations, no matter how much I asked. The peasants got mad at me because there were a little bit of bread left, and they complained that I got more bread, which was obviously not true. But I'm still determined. So I went to the king. It took a lot of convincing to send out an announcement and tell everybody to be nice to one another. And here's what I said. Please, I'll give all my bread if that's what the servants want. Then I'll give it to them. Anything, king. I will work for you nonstop, please. I know it'll only take a couple of minutes. Please, king. I'll rub your feet. Forever, king, please. The king replied, silly you don't have to rub my feet or work for me. That I have enough servants, but I would like, if you like, you could give them food. But the announcement will be out in a bit. Then he sent out an announcement. But then I heard people started being nicer to one another. I was surprised. It actually worked, I said in my mind. They started being nicer.
Why do I have to be in this situation? I'm because I'm Jewish. I didn't deserve this. Just because of this, I have to be in this situation. I didn't do anything. Because people blame me for the deaths of millions of the Black Death. That doesn't mean Jewish people did it. It's not our fault. The boats, if I try to escape the boat and the walking would be too dangerous because there's guards blocking and not letting Jewish people out. I may have an idea. If I hire somebody and get in the carriage, I can probably sneak my way out and go back to my home. But I need to hide out I'm Jewish.
As a trumpet player, I play for people, but right now I'm playing for the king. Him sitting on his throne, listening to my music. I don't really have anything else to do. I have to play music all day. I wish I could be a count or a knight. That would be so cool. They get to have mansions and have many riches, even though they don't have many friends and I do. Also, I work till I'm 31, and they work longer. But still, they get mansions, while I only have a half-timbered house. And also, they aren't bossed around like me. I mean, I have a bunch of friends, but only because they get to boss me around. Other people listen to my music and have fun without me, and they don't really appreciate me. Am I not important? Like, can't they like me for who I am? I mean, I like playing music for other people and for myself, but they just boss me around. People only appreciate trumpet players for 3 things: concerts, military music, and hearing announcements from the king. As a musician, I can express my creativity and emotions. But people only use me to get what they want and to listen to music. I don't really like playing music. I mean,
It has been my dream to be a count or a knight. So maybe if I stop playing for the king, he would make me have another job. Or maybe if I'm lucky enough, I could be free. Anyway, I'm done playing for the king. Bye.
I'm a highwayman. A highwayman is somebody who takes things from people, and you never know if they have weapons or not. I don't have no family or wife or kids. I'm all alone, and sometimes when you're a highwayman, you have to kill them to steal the things from them. And I have no wife or kids, but sometimes it's good or sometimes it's not when you're all alone. But my cousin had took that place away from us when I was a noble. We was rich once, and then my ignorant cousin took that away from us. But then I thought a while, and I was going to give some of the things that I've stolen to the king to get my nobility back.
When the boat got back to stock the market, everyone was lining up. I finished stocking. Unfortunately, another merchant was killed from traveling the Silk Road. I didn't really like them anyway. Of course, this job gets a lot of money, but I was not risking traveling to other towns. So the boats do it. I don't want to die. Good news and bad news. Good news. Today's trading was successful. Bad news. The king said I have to travel by the Silk Road, which is very, very risky. Remember my friend? Well, that's exactly why it's risky. What could possibly go wrong? Okay, fine. I admit it. Everything went wrong. My real friend came, and guess what? He's dead. So now it's double risky. We ran into this town, and they attacked. And if I would have died, I wouldn't be telling the story right now. So, as expected, another merchant was sacrificed for the sake of the market. And me? Well, I escaped death by running away. Great. Just great. Now, you're probably wondering, how exactly did they die? Well, I'm here to tell you. My friend, Tom, went missing on the Silk Road. No one was with him, so we gave him up for dead. My real friend went with me, so I'm certain of what happened. So we were halfway to the trading spot. We were right next to a village. The people tried to rob us and kill us. He got killed, but I survived.
Being a monk is very rewarding. I love to teach, read, and help others in the monastery where I live and work. However, I'm a quiet monk. Sometimes I talk quietly, and sometimes I am silent. Even when somebody's in danger, I can't do anything about it. But I wish I can talk in a louder voice. If I could talk in a louder voice, I would help others. I would help other people if they're in danger. I'm a really nice person, so I want to be able to help even extreme situations. If only I could learn to speak louder. My problem is the head monk, because he is the one who doesn't want me to talk. He just wants me to do this boring stuff like gardening, reading the Bible, even though I read that like a million times. But he wants me to work a lot, and I don't like it. And I'm trying to make my voice get louder. And I would like to play chess, but he would say no, because he doesn't want to look dumb in front of everybody. I know what I can do. I can solve my problems by talking loudly to convince the head monk to change some things, like giving us more breaks and more free time. and less work. Listen to me!
I'm a trumpet player, but today you won't believe what happened. The knights knocked on my door and they gave me a letter that read, I'm related to the king. What? I can't believe this is happening right now. Literally, I don't understand how I'm related to the king or when I was declared I was related to the king. But now that I'm a trumpet player and the king's son, I will have to quit music. But I'm not so happy because that's the only thing I know how to do. I don't know how to do anything else except to play the trumpet. But on the bright side, I can live in a big castle with so much gold and so much food, and it's gonna be so luxurious.
I love God, but I do not like my job. I don't like doing this every single day. Singing 8 services in praise of God, devotional reading, and manual labor. And I want to chase my dreams of being a knight because knights are amazing and I want to be amazing just like them. But I'm a female, so I can't really be a knight. So in order to be a knight, I would have to turn myself into a boy. And I don't have any place to go. And my parents were the one that sent me off in this dump in the first place. And I don't know if they're dead or alive, and they were mean. Like, when I say mean, I mean mean. So here's my plan. So first I'm gonna figure out how I'm gonna turn myself into a boy. So I think all I need is a mustache, a thing to wrap my body up, and I need to cut my beautiful, luscious hair, and I need a new wardrobe. But now I gotta get to the main plan. How am I gonna get the king to make me a knight? So first I'm gonna go to the markets and find a man, and tell him, if you rob the king, I shall save him. And then he shall make me a knight, and then I shall have enough money to buy you shoes, because you're barefoot. Duh.
Here in the fashion shop, I'm a letter worker, so I work to make things. Sure, I get paid, but it's so hard working day and night, especially for the king. He is so picky and needs almost all of it. I wish I was a knight. The king would never let me be knight because I'm his favorite letter worker. One time I asked him, thinking he might say yes. Nope. He said, ask me again and you're going to the dungeon. And I said, oh, I'm so sorry, king. I will never speak to this again. I was sweating. But I really want to be knight. I know, maybe if I pay someone to try to kill the king with a fake knife, or pay some guys who steal and try to steal something from the king and get it back. One day I will, but not today. I got customers who need me, so one day.
I'm a jester and I love to make people laugh. I could die if I'm not funny. The king could kill me. I might not be funny because it's like 2 a.m. I have a lot of shows all the time. I want freedom because I get annoyed when he calls me every day to make him laugh. One day, I was sleeping at 3 a.m. I got called to make the king laugh. So I went to the castle and I tried. I don't know why, but I couldn't make him laugh. I did not make him laugh. So he tried to kill me. I begged and said, please don't kill me. The king said it's too late and went to grab his knights to kill me. While he was doing that, I grabbed his horse and left the town. So I went to a town that my old friend was in. So I had to change my whole lifestyle. I had to shave my head, grow a mustache. I worked for my friend, so he gave me food and a place to live until I found a new empire and a king that respects me.
Hi, my name is Elena. I'm a nun. I have devoted my life to God, and here I am another day singing 8 hours of services in praise of God, devotional reading, and manual labor, when all day there are people working very, very hard in the fields in Europe. But I just want them to be served equally. But even though that they should be treated equally, not everybody thought so.
In the bed lying next to the king, I do not love the king. I despise the king. He does not treat me with respect, and I do not like it. One time, I hired someone to make a chocolate pie for him. I forgot he was allergic to chocolate, so he slaps me across the face just for making a chocolate pie. This happens all the time. I'm not really used to it. I want to run away and find someone who treats me like I'm supposed to be treated. I am royalty, not a peasant. If I would just leave, that would be treason. So, I have a plan. I will ask one of the maids to cover for me. I will ask Mary because I can trust her, and she's really kind to me. I like Mary. I will ask Mary to tell the town that I'm going to visit my mother, but little do they know I won't return. I will be long gone from this mistreatment. But they will think that I got murdered once I don't return, because I technically will be murdered by the king. I will cut my finger, make little blood drops, and leave secretly, and I'll find someone who treats me like how I'm supposed to be treated, like royalty.